What is up, everyone? Y'all already know who this is. This is Mr. D to the O to the N to the Z to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JWGALO. You don't know, now you know, the Carmen Millionaire. What is up, everyone? This is the Hours of Chaos podcast, episode number 65. How is everyone tonight? I decided to start this a little early. I mean, I will maybe go and start doing it on Fridays at 8, but I still want to do it a little early as well. Yo, what is up, Roxy? Let's get the background tunes going. So, yeah, there's not too much news to cover tonight. I just have two real things to cover, and then it's just me just chopping it up with you guys. Or if you guys have any news that I should be aware of, let me know, and we will discuss it. The two major things that I can discuss of news that we have are DJ Clay's newest album is up for pre-order. So make sure you guys pre-order that. It's digitally pre-order. Hopefully there will be a physical copy of the CD. Also, and just us here at Carnival Spirits, we have a major announcement. What that major announcement is, I can't tell you guys right now. You just have to keep your eyes peeled and your ears open and your third eye open. You have to have all your ninja senses on. What is up, Roxy? So tonight, it's just chilling and just discussing random stuff. Make sure you guys are sharing this all over social media, just everywhere. Let everyone know the Dawn is live. Damn it, Shanzi. I love you, bro. So how is everyone? Of course, we just premiered the part 4 of the gathering footage that was shot by the one and only Carnival Spirits, Scotty Two Balls. Big ups to Scotty. We got a lot of dope footage this year. And a lot of dope pictures. There was also a lot of dope pictures that were taken. So what do y'all want to discuss? Who all wants to jump on here with your boy? I see Roxy and Shanzi in the chat. Who are the other 3 people? But yes, we do have a big announcement coming from here at Carnival Spirits, but like I said, I can't say what it is because you guys just have to keep all 3 eyes peeled and all your senses going. Also, today is National Hug-A-Witch Day. Drop some knowledge. What kind of knowledge? What up, Tommy James? What's good, brother? Tommy James in the house, everyone. What up, JR Filthy? What up, Skinny G? Any wish you tell the people? Like I said, I can't really drop the big news, Roxy. Everyone's just going to have to keep their eyes peeled for that. I can't drop the bomb. That's the thing. I would want to, but I can't. I just can't. All I gotta say is y'all will see. If y'all follow Carnival Spirits everywhere, you will know. I can tell y'all that I do have some cool stuff to drop that I'm doing. Like I said, I do got some follow-up interviews. Tell y'all about the birds and the bees. Tommy, you smart ass. I love you though, bro. The birds and the bees and the dreaded double D's. Y'all ever heard that song? The birds and the bees and the dreaded double D's. Oh, we got 8 viewers. I do have a follow-up interview with the one and only Tommy James. So make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled for that. I know me and Trey Flows, we got an interview lined up. Like I said, there's an interview lined up where someone is going to interview me. Hashtag brainworms. Damn right. Y'all need to hear that track that Tommy James did with Crazy Bone. Shanzi. So who all wants to hop on here? I'll possibly post the link in the chat if anyone just wants to come on and kick it for a bit. So yeah, the best thing to do, guys, is try to copy that link and then just send it to yourself. What up, dude? Yep. The lazy bone. Bone Duggalo. Duggalo. Oh, damn, now we got the viewers going. Heck yeah, y'all. So how do you guys feel now about that, about the Hours of Chaos being on Fridays as well? I actually like that idea. Because don't act like y'all have nothing else better to do on a Friday than come and kick it with your friendly neighborhood karma millionaire. Wolf, what is up, my brother for life? Brotherhood, y'all. Look who it is, Roxy. It's our brother Wolf. Y'all know how the Hours of Chaos podcast is. I just share my thoughts on stuff. But since there's not much to discuss tonight, it's just a chill session. So if anyone wants to come up and jump on, the link there is in the chat. Well, I'm still going on live on Fridays regardless. Because there's no other way to spend your Friday than with the Dawn here. I love you guys. I'm going to know when it's Charles Reeves when I go to Hollow Wicked, when I hear the Dawn chant in the crowd. How you been, though, Skinny G? So yeah, if anyone does one on, the link to join is there in the chat. All 13, y'all. Yeah, pretty much here. I'm just getting by as well. Shout outs to my bestie, one of my besties, Miss Moon, who actually gave me a tarot card reading. Oh, we have someone who wants to join in. Aw, shit, y'all. Oh, look who it is, y'all.
Good, man.
Nothing, y'all. Look at this handsome motherfucker, y'all.
Hey, what's good, my boo? I ain't even seen you for a while, man. I'm happy to see you're back doing your thing here. Much love and respect as usual. I'm having a nice chill night. Got some good food cooking.
Hell yeah. What you having?
Yeah, it's that kind of night, man. It's a chill. Not much food about to go on, man. We got some lasagna cooking. I used to cook anything else, so I can throw down, man.
So can I.
What's your favorite shit to eat?
A lot of foreign food.
I feel that. Killer Mexican food,
Yeah,
Brazilian steakhouse. What's your
mainly Mexican food.
You can never go wrong with some just good, authentic Mexican food, man. It's got to be the real deal, though.
But since I am
I
Greek,
used
I
to,
go with Greek food too.
Mediterranean and Greeks. That's some of my shit too.
Yep.
I'll get down on just a big ass salad with all the fucking fixings in it. Greek, straight up Mediterranean. Feta cheese. Shit smells like a fucking foot, but I don't care what no one says. It's like the creamiest, best cheese. Feta
Oh yeah.
cheese, but the shit smells terrible. Any good cheese usually doesn't smell. Cheese usually doesn't smell very good, but it's delicious. That's my favorite food. I'll just say cheese.
That's one thing me and Roxy will also agree with you. Me and Roxy always have that discussion. Cheese is life.
Cheese is life. I mean, if you don't like cheese, man, there's something wrong. I'm lactose intolerant, and I still get down on all my dairy goodness. I can't give it up. I'll deal with the bubble guts.
World Brooklyn just confirmed that premiering tonight on his YouTube channel. He's premiering the benefit show that went down, but he's also just premiering some of his gathering footage. So he said featuring appearances by Roxy Riddlebox, Don Chaos, and Tommy James.
Oh shit! All right, man. Dope, man. I've been waiting. I think we all have been waiting very patiently for his footage. I haven't been hitting him up or ass patiently waiting. I know he was everywhere getting all the dope shots, so I can't wait to see what he's been cooking up.
Oh yeah, if y'all know Brooklyn, he's very good at video editing.
Shout out Brooklyn Menace, man. He's the man. That's dope. Looking forward to that. Everybody's got, all the footage I've seen on YouTube so far has been, it's been pretty good, but it's hard. It's a good second if you didn't make it. You can watch all the YouTube stuff, but man, there's nothing like being there in person. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I'm already ready for next year, man. You going to Hall of Wicked?
Oh, most
fuck yeah,
definitely.
Man. See you there. Be my first time in Detroit.
Aw, shit. Y'all heard it here live and official. Tommy James will be in Detroit for Hall of Wicked.
Yeah. Is there a better reason to go to Detroit? Like, right? I figured if I was ever going to run through, it'd be for something dope. It is. My dad's actually from Detroit. He grew up he didn't live there very long by the time he was a teenager, but he was born over there. So, and my mom's from California, so I kind of get the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I've only been to Detroit, and that was like during the gathering, but I didn't go near the actual city. I just stayed in the airport for 3 hours until it was time to get on my next flight. But I'll actually be in the city for the first time. And the only reason I will go to Detroit, not only for Hollywood, because I have a lot of connections out there, though, too.
Hell yeah, man. I know there's a lot of fucking homies out there. I think the Bender boys are out over there, if I'm not mistaken. I think Wolf's from that area, if I'm not mistaken. Lots of homies over there, so it'd be dope to check out this. I definitely plan a couple days, maybe try and record or do something while I'm in the city. I always try and do them I can. But it's going to be dope. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, we have some good stuff. See, even Wolf in the chat just said cheese is life.
Cheese is life, man. Cheese is like music. It's life. If you don't like cheese, you also might not have a soul. But I'm a ginger over here, so I'm not one to talk about people with no souls and shit. Be the one motherfucker talking about. But I guarantee, I think I have a soul. I think. The Indiana airport was fucking lit. Fuck after the gas. So many homies that were going back home as I was, or catching other flights or whatever. I hooked up with some homies from the UK that were over made it to the gathering and flying all the way over the pond and accents and the whole 9 yards. That's something I do like about not just gathering, but a lot of festivals and gathering of any type is the culture blend, mixing pot. I've always been a big fan of all different people, all different cultures, all different backgrounds. Try not to stay in a box too much. But my whole life, I've found and done a bunch. My parents weren't in the middle, kind of like gypsy status, like 50 times by the time we were even in high school and shit. I take the good at that, got good at saying hello and goodbye and got to a young age. So I thank my folks for that.
It was also dope seeing like the brother Wolf who's in the chat. What up, bro?
Yeah, it was really fucking dope seeing everybody really for the first time since for me personally, because within the last year and a half, 2 years, I'm not new to the internet, but I'm new to like having a YouTube channel, having an Instagram account, all that to me. And I didn't realize how many people you could really meet and link up with, throughout I've made so many valuable connections, not just through music, but just real friends, real people I'll probably be talking with for a long time, full fucking thing, man. Big internet person or social media person, and I mainly started doing it for my music. And then I realized, like, man, I'm meeting so many people, and it just opened a lot of doorways. I guess I probably should have did it a lot clearer, but I've always considered myself a pretty private person for the most part.
All right, since Lotus is now wondering, you can confirm it, and everyone else in the chat that knew. Tommy even knew I was going, but he was keeping it secret from y'all.
Dude, I had mad people punked, man. I had shit up so much. I rolled to the gathering with reckless intent in the hell, and I'm like, man, Don's not gonna, so is Don really not gonna make it? I'm like, he's not going, dude. He can't go. And I played it up like the whole 10-hour drive from Minnesota, Annapolis. Because they tried to. I'm not very good at keeping a straight face when I'm trying to bullshit people. So, and then it's hard to tell with me anyway. So they're like, are you fucking? And I'm like, no, he's not going. And then you just showed up, and I think you ran into Pro Green, and he called me. I was like, dude, you knew about that shit. You fucking lied. And I'm like, yeah, what it is, man. Keep some surprises for people.
Let's see, who else knew? Wolf knew. That was in the chat. Roxy knew.
Dude. And I knew you were going to be there. So.
Even Zay knew.
Yeah, bad job of playing along with it. And anytime it was brought up, is Don really not going? No, he's not going, man. He's not going. And then you just pop up. You pop up with your blue hair right behind me at the Exilum benefit show. I'm like, yep. Mission accomplished.
Well, Brooklyn said he got it on footage when I was standing in the middle of everyone, and I took my mask off, and everyone's like, you motherfucker, and they all run and give me a hug.
You did. Dude, you did it super dope, because it was like everyone, from what I remember, which it is kind of hazy, we were all at the benefit show. Most of the Juggernaut was Mad Heads were there, and you just popped up. Like,
yeah, everyone's like,
hello.
who's this weird dude just walking around with a mask?
That's right, too. You were rocking the mask for a while. Hell yeah, man. That was well played, sir.
Yeah, I guess Brooklyn got it on film when I took my mask off in front of everyone, and everyone ran over and gave me a hug.
The grand unveiling. That shit was fresh, man. That was definitely something I'll remember for a long time. I had lots of dope memories from that week. Lots of dope shit planned for the rest of the year as well. So, man, everything kind of works out into the day. Because, like me personally, I had some shit happen. It seems like around the time of the gathering, usually, like pre-summer, beginning of summer, like I had planned on going to last year's gathering, but some terrible shit happened, and I just couldn't. I couldn't go. Happened. Fucking that drunk driver hit us when I was on my way to catch the train. I'm like, I almost kicked the kid's ass. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm not missing this shit, man. And now you just totaled our shit. I barely made it with like 5 minutes to spare.
Well, Wolf just gave
and then
us
I'm
some
on that
fresh
train
news.
for like 30 hours all hunting. What is it?
He says Detroit Juggalos and Rocks TV presents After Halloween Hangover Party November 1st. Location to be announced soon. So you guys heard it there first. Detroit Juggalos and Rocks TV will be having an After Halloween party in Detroit. Yeah.
Dope. That's what's good. Looking forward to that, man. That's just around the corner too. In a couple months, we'll all be there kicking it.
And y'all never know. Just saying. Hashtag Dawn Chaos gets interviewed by Rocks TV. You never know.
Yeah, man, right? It should happen. It's about time that you start making your rounds, and I know Carnival Spirits has some big things planned. I pretty much think that everybody really has some really big things planned, but you know, like I said, when the bomb drops, and that's all it is, man.
Right?
Looking forward to seeing what everybody has in store. Max and his album, Carnival Spirits, and some of the big interviews and stuff y'all got going on. And everybody really hard at everything that everything that they like to do, and that's what life's about. You only get one time on this rock, you know.
Yep.
One spin.
Even you and me got stuff
Just every
planned.
moment. Hell yeah. Everything, man. Like, people don't even know. A very strong feeling by the time we hit 2020. A lot of shit's gonna go down by then. Like, just in the small amount of months we have left before we hit a new year, we got shit as always cooking. So, man, everybody's cooking. I just love that. It's nothing better than seeing everybody happy and everybody succeed and everybody getting out there and everybody doing their damn thing. Because I mean, I know not just myself, but a lot of people out there, we all struggle from everything from maybe health problems to anxiety and mental shit, depression. Shit's real out there. But you know, the way I look at it is, you know, today, every day's a new day, might not suck, you know. So let's find out, you know. And that's the thing I love about this shit and just the music shit in general is, you know, you're gonna face your fears. If you have, you know, if you're afraid of crowds, it ain't gonna last long. You know, if you're afraid of living out your dreams, it won't last long. And everybody's just dreaming and damn things. So, just 2020, I have a strong. Just 2020, that's a magical year. It's something special about it. I just have really great feelings. And yeah, man.
Yeah, and I had my friend on my birthday give me a tarot reading, which was very interesting.
What'd they tell you?
Let me pull it up. It's actually very interesting. It gave me chills, but in a good way.
Yeah, I know that feeling, man.
So the three cards I got apparently were the Tower, which is like the Dragon, and the Knight, basically. So yeah, first one, the Tower. It says, through necessarily she daily spends her web to bring order from the chaos. The old ways become the new, and so will it continue to be so safe in her thread. So now my name, Don Chaos, has a deeper meaning, y'all.
Right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, I just the way I don't necessarily, I'm not deep rooted in beliefs of, I do my little things. Like I used to be big about like astrology and read but there's truths to this world we live in. And it's usually the writing on the wall that most people like, you always want to keep your eyes peeled. And, yeah, when you get those chills and, when you get those goosebumps, something good's around the corner and you can feel it and the world's telling you, the universe is telling you, just rock with it, man.
Yep,
Birthday is when I talked to you that day, but hopefully you had a good night. Oh, go ahead and drop it, man. My bad.
I did. And then the Knight says, with wings unfiltered and breath of fire, he displays his passion for life as well as his courage that knows no bounds. So that sounds just like me.
Right.
And then the final one is, the third one is 2, which says, how can you say those things you say? From the beginning I gave you my heart, and now you do this to me. I shall not yield. So apparently all three of those together combined mean, it says, essentially things you've lost you'll gain, and you shall stay the way you've always been, and someone will continue to love you despite your turmoil that you're going through.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true, man. That's and so your friend, she read you those three. Those are the three cards that dropped for you.
Yes, she's a pagan and she practices that sort of stuff. So she always sends me good healing vibes and stuff if I need them.
So that you got a good reading, you got the real deal. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Big things for the Dawn of Chaos. The Karma Millionaire. The three cards revealed themselves. And it was good readings. You didn't get any bad cards from what you explained to me just now. You didn't get any, I don't know what they're called, but there's certain cards you don't want to get, or there's bad readings too.
Yeah.
So that shit would freak me out. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't believe in the most in tarot card readings, but if I got read some certain shit, I'm not gonna lie, get the card of death or whatever the fuck. You're now I know, man. Oh man, this shit's some dank right here. It's some peppermint, or my bad, peanut butter patty.
Nice. So y'all heard it there from the cards. According to the cards, I will continue to stay true to myself. No, even when I get up here, I will still always be true to myself.
And that's the only way you want to live life, my friend.
Yep.
You're a true dude, man. That's one thing I've always respected about you, Don. You've never faltered. You've never failed. You've always been at least every time I've seen you, dealt with you, anything related to Don Chaos, he's the truth, man. Ain't no bullshit. You're a real one, man. You're a real one.
And like my also homegirl said yesterday, she can tell I'm a very enlightened person.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Very enlightened, very humble, very just good homie all the way around, bro. I'm happy to see that you got some good cards dropping and some good karma behind you, dude, as usual. 2020, I'm just saying it now. 2020 is big things for all across the board, man. It's going to be a good year.
All I gotta say, y'all, Tommy James on stage and Don Chaos rocking the stage with him, maybe. You never know.
And that's definitely the next step that I'm going into now that I've made all my content, is getting everything digital and physical properly and touring. I'm talking to a couple different promoters right now, so I'm looking forward to hopping on something soon. But a lot of it depends on me as well. I have to have my stuff ready and on my end. So, like I said, 2020, probably, give it another couple months before the year shifts. It's all going to really become, crystal clear.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So you got any good plans for the weekend, or what do you got going on this weekend? What is it? It's Friday, right?
Yep, I'm probably just gonna chill.
Yeah, man. I got some stuff I got to get done on the computer. Some less fun parts of what I got to get done needs to get done, which revolves on me just, working, man. That's what it's become a lot, is everybody working.
Yep.
And I'm thankful enough that I have a good space to work in and create in, and I don't have any kids or anything. And I mean, much respect once again to all my parents out there, much stronger than me, because I've been babysitting my sister's kids, man. They're shit, like 1 and 3, and it's a handful, man. Kids are fun though. But I mean, I got my time is pretty much open, to everything that I'm trying to get done. I have open time, and I've been a lot healthier lately, honestly, since the gathering, believe it or not. Like, all the water that I at least drank, I forced myself to drink water mainly throughout the day. And all the walking, I came back, and even after, being in that car wreck and everything before the gathering, I came back home in excellent health. And, I've been doing really good, man. I'm trying to stay on a positive wave and, just smoke my weed, drink coffee. And, I might party at the studio and drink a little, but as far as alcohol and partying and shit, like, there's a time and a place, and right now the universe is just telling me to work. So that's what we're doing.
Yep, and you got to listen to what the universe tells you. My friend found that out. I'm like, you have to listen to the universe. The universe never lies.
It doesn't, man. And I'm one of those people, like we were just talking about, like with the tarot card readings or the little writings on the wall in life, just those affirmations. You got to have your ear to the street. I've always looked at things in more of a spiritual nature, just life in general. I'm a very spiritual person. So, I believe in the supernatural and all that shit. So I pay attention to a lot of things that maybe your average Joe might. And I think that a lot of juggalos in general do, because of the nature of the wicked shit and the nature of the culture and things that we like. If you're really into like underground music and certain things, and that's just one example, you'll have your ear to the streets. You have your ear to you're spiritually connected to other people and what's actually going on, opposed to just what's the new thing or what everybody else thinks is cool, or whatever anyone else. If I did what I think everybody else thinks I should be doing, I wouldn't be shit. And I can honestly say that. Like, the only reason I have anything that I have now is because of me. And that's not trying to be cocky or on some fuck shit, but I thank my family and the few close friends I have in this world. But man, it's up to us all to do our hard work and stay healthy mentally and physically and do the stuff we got to do. It's all it is.
Yep, and keep your circle tight and stuff.
Yep, always super tight.
Do you hear they're making a Matrix 4 finally?
I didn't know that, man. Is there a trailer available or anything?
No, there's just an article announcing it.
I just now I know I'm a little late, but I just saw the It Chapter 2 trailer.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm fucking excited because, to be honest with you, bro, at least with the original It, my favorite part, and a lot of people hate me for this, or at least in my group, I like the fucking Chapter 2 better. I like the second part better because they're all adults. They all grew up and like shit starts fucking with them. And it's almost kind of like real life. Like the world can fucking secretly fuck your shit up, like, and no one else will see that shit because it's in your head. You know what I'm saying? And I really always liked that about It, or I like that about Chapter 2, how they're all adults and fucking clowns back fucking with them, and their old childhood nemesis is getting visions from the clown to kill them, and I'm stoked, bro. That shit's gonna be fucking nuts.
I mean, the remake Chapter 1 was pretty scary when you put yourself watching it as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, look, here's the way to look at it. If you were to see the remake instead of the original when you were the original age you were that it came out, it'd be a whole different thing. People are more desensitized to horror and violence and all this shit just by nature of human beings. But back in the day, as a kid, that was some extremely terrifying shit. And I'm not even afraid of clowns like that. I like clowns. I identify with them because I am a fucking clown. But you know, at the end of the day, that shit was kind of fucking scary. Even the big spiders. I fucking hate spiders, man. That's the only fucking bug or anything. If I had to say I was afraid of anything like that, it'd be spiders, bro. I'm just being straight up.
I even heard the remake of Pet Cemetery was actually really good.
I saw that. That was, like I said, same type of deal. If you were to see that instead of the original, it was great. It's just there's something about when things are done originally, you know, it's hard to, you know, remake it, I guess, so to speak. But they did a great job, in my opinion.
I mean, the original still gives me the creeps even to this day.
Pet Cemetery 2 was the one. Like, 1 was pretty freaky, but when I saw Pet Cemetery 2, and I must have been like 10 or whatever, 9 or however old I was, and that shit fucking terrified me. How he's like drilling holes in the, like, with the screw gun into the dude's head, and like dude's mom on fire, and just fucking crazy shit. Just you know, and me and my homie, like one of my best friends, he's big into zombie movies, and he's a big zombie fan, and we'll argue for days. Like, I'm like, Pet Cemetery, I don't care what you say, that's a zombie movie, in my opinion. You know?
It is technically.
It technically is, or we'll get in dumb arguments like that, like a mummy. A mummy is technically a fucking zombie. I mean, it's the undead. It's the Walking Dead. Anything. Frankenstein was a zombie. And then he'll get pissed and be like, you're fucked up in the head. You don't even know what a zombie is, you fucking dumbass. And I'm like, okay. My box, I don't keep my zombies in a box, man.
Right.
I fucking like the original ones, Night of the Living Dead and all those original ones, Return of the Living Dead and the Romero movies and all those classic zombie depictions. Those were fucking crazy. I love zombie shit too.
Yeah, it makes me wish it was October already, but we have another month to go.
Fuck yeah, it does, man. And I'm happy you brought that up, Don, because we are pretty fucking close to, you know, in my opinion, a couple months away from one of my favorite times of the year. So I couldn't think of a better time to, you know, spend that than a good concert and some good homies and some good plans. And like I said, I kind of like to travel a lot too. I'll just set up stuff or do whatever, and I'll, you know, ain't no thing.
And that's one thing that one of the like security guards in Detroit, what she told me when I was out there, she said, fall in Michigan is just like beautiful and stuff. I was like, that's the same here in Colorado. Fall here in Colorado is just beautiful.
Yeah, man, perfect weather and atmosphere to spend Halloween. And you know, I got some bigger outside of Hall of Wicked and everything else. I got some pretty big plans for the holiday, so that I can't really release yet. But there's some stuff that should be ready by then. that I'll be able to tell everybody about. But yeah, man, I'm excited as fuck, man. I like the Hellraiser movies too. I watch those around Halloween or around, I mean, I'll watch them any time of the year, but that, especially once it hits October and I see that on the calendar, I'm like, it's Hellraiser month, and I'll like watch them all, even the obscure ones. Like Freddy and Jason get mad props, which they should because they're dope, but Pinhead was a fucking menace, man. Like people sleep on what Pinhead was about and did, and that original was dope.
I'm a Michael Myers guy.
Michael Myers, same type of thing. I feel like he's one of the more slept on, but he's still like the remake. I way slept on the remakes, bro. Like I was like, nah, fuck remakes. That was kind of when I was in some fuck remake shit, because they always remake the Halloween movies. Like I swear to God, like it started with like Halloween H2O and every couple years, and I watched the like last set of recent Halloween movies. They're fucking badass.
Like, yeah. This current one is actually the real third sequel. Well, it's the real second sequel.
Now this last one, was that the one where it showed him? No, it was the one before that where he's a kid and it's showing like the origin, how he's like a fucked up toddler and kid with the long blonde hair. And
no, that was the remake that Rob Zombie did.
That's what it was. Okay, so see, I slept on all of them, bro, and I'm just now catching, like, I just now watched like 2 or 3 new Halloween movies. That one that Rob Zombie did, that was fucking dope. Like, and it's scary for me because my family is already crazy. I'm fucking crazy. But I have my nephew, my sister's kid, he looks just like Michael Myers in that movie, and he screams and he's like violent, which all kids at that age can be. But I mean, that movie must have fucking scared me, because I'm like even not afraid of my own nephew, but I'm like, man, is he gonna grow up to be on some real serial killer shit? Like, because he'd be like laughing at fucked up shit and all this stuff as a kid, and I'm like, oh man. And then like I'll tell my folks this, and they're like, you shut up, like get the fuck out of here. But yeah, man, that shit was fucking crazy. Rob Zombie's a fucking beast, man. Did you see that shit that was just on TMZ, I guess, like from a week ago, of Rob Zombie? Like this bitch comes and starts pulling on him, and then he like grabs her by the hair and like just tosses her off the side. You're muted, Don Chaos, just so you know. Okay, my bad. But yeah, that fucking shit. Oh man, I mean, here's the way I look at it. That chick went and started grabbing on Rob Zombie like crazy. Like she jumped like through like a little barrier to do that and pulled on him a little. And he's probably getting older and probably didn't feel like getting pulled on and stuff. I'm not justifying what he did, but I mean, shit, she shouldn't have been grabbing on Rob like that. And it obviously pissed him off because he grabbed the bitch by the hair and just like tossed her off. And then there's like some people, there's like a bitch next to her who's like, fuck this. She just runs out the fucking way. Like, don't fuck with Rob Zombie, man. End of the story. Rob Zombie, it might actually be that dude.
All right, I'm back.
No worries, man. Yeah, man. I was just thinking about that shit. I saw Rob Zombie grabbing that chick by the hair that was pulling on him, and he like throws her off to the side. I'm like, do not fuck with Rob Zombie. Like, just saying.
No, you don't.
Like, for real though. But she really shouldn't have been grabbing on him like that. And I do look at certain, like, it's a little different maybe if you're at a concert. Like, if you're a performer and you choose to jump into a crowd to crowd surf, don't be surprised if they rip the shirt off your back. The jewelry you might be wearing probably might get snapped. I've heard performers bitch about that. Oh, the crowd snatched my chain. Dog. Just saying, you know. It's a little different if you're a performer and you're like crowd surfing and you're like into the people like that. You got to expect to be grabbed on, or you've seen like some, even like with ICP, like Fago Armageddon sometimes gets a little out of hand and people get a little excited, like, you know, for real, you know, like, and start grabbing and pulling, and it gets buck like that. That's okay in that scenario. But like if you're just walking down the street and like you're minding your own business, or even in an event, and you're like on the red carpet and some fan grabs you and starts grabbing you like that, like, yeah, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd smack the fuck out of somebody for doing that shit. Like, and if I wasn't expecting it, but like I said, you almost got to expect it. Like, it comes with the territory. And I was just thinking that the other day, like, you almost, you know,
I remember I saw ICP one time, and Jay actually jumped in the crowd and was crowd surfing.
Damn, bro, that's fucking dope.
I was like, holy shit, Jay is crowd surfing. He hasn't done that in years.
Yeah, I've haven't seen it personally, but I have seen some other footage of him just like walking into the crowd. It like, not like just in general, not just at shows, but even like at gatherings and stuff. Like, he's not afraid like that, it would seem. I mean, of a crowd of people literally like on you like that. And like I said, it's a love thing. You know when it's a love thing, or if it's like, that's the thing I like about our kind of section of the wicked shit in the underground, is it's really at its very core center is very love based, and we seem to express that through actions of hate and stuff, it would seem sometimes, but it's very root and honest cause. We're very loving people, you know what I'm saying? And I look at other rap shows, it's like you're gonna get like, yeah, you're gonna get your chain jacked, like you're gonna get jacked and probably fucked up, like beat. I don't think that Jay and Shag's got to worry about it like that. And plus, they're wrestlers. They're the type of motherfuckers, if you get too bucked, they'll probably just smack you upside the fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and they legitimately come from the streets, so they will fuck you up.
They will. Like, yeah, those dudes are from the streets. That's one of my, like, I like certain parts about the book, the Behind the Paint, because it really does get that point across. And especially it gets the point across how they were really just normal before they used their genius and took it to the next level and created what they did. They were just really normal rappers. You know what I'm saying? When they first started, before the paint or anything, they were just regular rappers, generally. You know what I'm saying? And it really gives you the depiction of that, yeah. Like, any artist can do that. If you're like, don't be afraid to adopt, and I'm not saying all artists need gimmicks. Not every rapper needs a gimmick. Sometimes not having a gimmick is a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty funny looking, so I don't look like normal rappers, so I don't necessarily need to rock paint or contacts, even though I've thought about it, and I've done stuff like I have a half mask you've probably seen in a few videos, like Phantom of the Opera shit. Like, I rock that, and a lot of people are asking to rock, and that's like small theatrics, but like I said, I'm pretty goofy looking as it is, and interesting to look at when I'm doing my thing, so I don't need, you know, I personally feel might not need a gimmick, where some people like, don't be afraid, and I'm not afraid. Like, there might be an album where it just might be a whole different character, a whole different vibe. Don't be afraid to do that as an artist, and if you don't even rap or make music as a person, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself and take it to that next, because you don't know. You might be holding yourself back, or so you never know, and don't do it just because. But if you want to do something and your heart's telling you to, man, just don't be afraid to fucking take it all the way, because we just got one life, man. I'm not trying to be a public speaker, like inspirational speaker, but you know, I got my own demons, and we all do. And it's, you know, and that's the other beautiful thing about everything. Everybody sees each other. We all see how we're all doing. And, you know, a healthy me and a me on top is a fucking scary thing, dog. Like, it is. You know, if I'm not doing stuff to take myself out of the game by, you know, not just drinking too much, but, you know, I've been on heavily medicated for nerve damage and anxiety, and I've been on a bunch of medications. Everybody knows that. But I haven't been for pretty much since I got back from the gathering. I was still kind of healing from a car wreck, and, you know, in gathering mode too in general, and just doing my thing. But I just had to make a kind of conscious choice I'm like, man, I'm hydrated. I never fucking am hydrated. I just drink coffee and alcohol. So I'm like, wow, I drank so much water at the gathering. I came back healthy, no matter what I was doing. I came back. Look, I have color. Like, this shit's fucking insane, man.
Good job,
like,
bro. Keep it up.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get lazy and get caught slipping, but I'm going to keep cracking, man. And I've had a lot of people in my corner being like, dude, you're looking good. You're sounding good. you're making good decisions. You're in it to win it. Like, I feel like now's the time to capitalize and,
And you know, it would help also just go to the gym a few times and take a few swings at the bag.
Yeah, bro. Get the aggression out. That's something what I've been doing is I've been routinely kind of going on good bike ride, like uphill bike rides, like really sweating shit out. But I want to get like a little membership and start going. And especially since I'm going to jump on a tour, I need to be, bro, I'm going to put down the cigarette. I don't even smoke very much. Like, I'm kind of a weird smoker. I might smoke for a week out of a year and then just not smoke for 2 years. It's weird because I used to smoke mad cigarettes. And yeah, I still like right now, I smoked a few when I was outside in a row. I'm a weird person. I'm kind of one extreme or the other. So me healthy and me, like you said, maybe going to the gym, even that's going to get me conditioned to perform and be able to spit every bar, no backtrack, like people want to see. And it's going to be dope. Like, I'm going to give y'all such an energetic performance that, I mean, I'm already energetic in a weakened state. So imagine if I'm on my ball. It's scary, man.
And you and me as a team on stage doing that.
It'd be dope. I always thought, and I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I don't even think I talked to you that day. I feel like you would make a pretty dope hype man. Like, just someone like straight up, like not just on the stage jumping around, but like with a mic, you know, like hyping the motherfuckers up. Like, you have a good energy about you. I don't know where you're at as far as like hosting or doing like, but I think you'd be like maybe even a good host, dog. Like, shit, if Sid Jones is hosting shows and shit, you could do it easily.
Well, help spread that word.
Yeah, let people know. And like I said, I know definitely if I'm ever in your area and get a chance, I'd love for you to host for me or an event, or depending on, like I said, I'm talking to about 2 people in particular, 2 teams. And it's up to me, man. That's the hardest thing to admit, is to look in the mirror and say, well, I can't blame it on doors not being open for me. There's doors. I just got to walk through them. And that's the scary thing about life sometimes, is you might have to. That's why I feel blessed right now, bro. I have like a part-time girlfriend that's not even serious. I have no kids. I could do anything in the world that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could.
In the word of Scarface, and the famous saying goes, the world is yours.
The world is yours, man. Exactly. And like I said, and there's people out there with 5 kids making it happen. There's people out there, single moms out there, feeding their kids, doing the damn thing. I mean, much respect to all those people. I'm just personally know myself. I'm one extreme or the other. And if I had kids, I'd probably be like an extreme parent. You know what I'm saying? And right now, music is my child. Those songs are my children. These projects are something I created with other people as well, and myself. So I'm ready to bring that into fruition and give everybody like the best final version of everything that I've done within the last year systematically. It's going to be, I'm not going to talk about it a bunch more, but it's going to make sense when it happens. And it's like you, bro, when you start, like, it might just take like you hosting your first show or doing something like that, maybe not even hosting. That seems to open doors, just by doing something the first time, just by putting your name in the hat, putting yourself out there. No, you never know unless you go.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of the things. Like, I have my name in the hat of like people that are a well-known like interviewer now and stuff.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, man. You believe, and everybody knows like the work you've been putting in over here for Carnival Spirits, not just bringing regular content every week with your show, but also you've interviewed and you've talked to a lot of different people. Those people are going to continue to keep working. And some of them might not, but I assume everybody that you've been dealing with, you get good people to deal with. And like, I like all your interviews. The Whiteout, that kid's got a dope future in my opinion. If he doesn't quit rapping, he's only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? And how old is that guy? Like 10 years younger than I am, probably. I wish I would have taken this shit more seriously when I was like a teenager, when I first started. You know what I'm saying?
And Zay, he's gonna like go
Yeah,
places.
Zay, perfect. Yeah, that's right. Zay too. You did get. Did you? You did do a Zay interview. You did. You've done a lot. See, you went into the tunnels with several motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers are gonna keep working, and then people are gonna want to look up their fucking history. And Don Chaos is gonna pop the fuck up. What? Who? Don Chaos? Who's this guy that interviewed Zay? And then next thing you know, you got more people with their eyes on you. It's a collaborative effort for everybody to keep working. That's just all I would say to anybody. And like, I know you're not going to quit doing your thing tomorrow. That's one thing I like about you is you're enduring like that, you know?
Yep, I'm always working on something.
There's nothing worse than like a rapper or a podcast or somebody who's making content that you like and they just decide to stop overnight right when they start getting good or right before they pop or you can see their, you know, you can see what they're doing. And it's like, that's my advice to everybody is just don't fucking stop. Like, if you really want to do something, you can just keep making your own beaten path. Perfect example. Anybody who knows who Roz Dilliams is.
Yep.
Anybody? He did a song with Ouija on Water Damage, and him in his own right is a very decorated underground artist and juggalo, in my opinion, because I've talked to
dude.
And I think that you need to get Roz Dilliams, bro. Like, I'm going to put in a word for you. Like, when I talk to him next, I'm going to be like, dude, this Don Chaos. Because he was on No Jumper. I didn't know he fucking did a no. This was after I had dealt with him to do a song and da 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 da. I won't go into the way back story. But, and I've been peeping him from way back on the soundtrack days. Same type of thing. You can see people grow, you know. Yeah. And he never quit. He kept going, and next thing, and he was a huge ICP. Like, he's on No Jumper said that ICP was like his biggest influence, and he has the Jekyll Brothers candle and skull tattooed on his neck. Like, and it's been there for years and years and years, way before he did a song with Ouija. I'm actually not sure what his relationship is to Ouija, because there's a song with the three of us. And it's collaborated because I know they did a song, but I don't know if they're friends or what. But dude's dope. He's located in Seattle, and you're gonna see he's not gonna stop. He's gonna keep doing more and more, and he's already got songs with Ouija and doing. You start living your dreams. You grew up. You were a kid. You were 9 and 10 years old. You said on No Jumper as an ICP fan, and now you're being featured on Psychopathic albums and stuff, or at least Psychopathic artist records, and you never know, man. And it's super fucking dope to see these guys like progress, and there's a lot of them.
I've been into this since I was 9, 10 years old. I'm almost 30. Say I've been doing a lot of stuff in the underground. I'm doing a lot of stuff with Oops. There you are.
Yep. Well, here's the thing, and that's where you're going to succeed, is you're not limiting yourself to just working with underground.
Like, myself.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to work with people who are mainstream too. That's not always, it depends who and why. If the move makes sense, it makes sense. There's mainstream rappers that I didn't think that I could get them on a song. Nobody knows about any of this. I'm going to go ahead and tell it now because I just think this is the right time. I got Brainworms. That's mainly underground and legends of the underground. And there's like Bones reached mainstream success and platinum and got a Grammy, but I'm working on a project that's all mainstream features, like with people that like, it's not hard to get. Like, if you wanted to do a song with Kendrick Lamar, hit up his management and check it out, because there's opportunities for everybody in this game, dude. There really fucking is. I'm living proof of that. So
you just read my mind. I'm like, Don Chaos interviews Kendrick Lamar. Fuck yeah.
If you don't think that could happen, you're only selling yourself short. And see, that's something I like about you, bro. You got a dream to make it happen, and it can happen. I got a project with all mainstream artists, all features, and they were all in my budget or better. Everybody that's on there, obviously, there's always going to be people who are like $10,000 to even consider your feature. Well, I don't have 10 grand. I wish I did, but I don't, but, but a lot of people, that thing I like about this game, if you like to work or if an artist likes to rap, they're going to rap, it just depends on if they really love to do it or want to do it. So anybody you see me on a song with, they wanted to do it. It wasn't for a paycheck, man. Right. They don't have to do it. And like that, I'm ready to see you interview some more cats. Like I said, Roz Dilliams, I really want to see that happen, especially because I've seen him on some more obscure underground stuff like this. And I didn't know he had a No Jumper interview from like a year or two ago. I'm like, no, it was a couple of years ago. But just the fact, No Jumper is a pretty big platform to be underground. They're starting to interview a lot of underground cats, not just ICP, but they're starting to reach out to more and more independent artists and underground artists. And same with you. You're going to find yourself getting interviews with people that it'll blow your wig back. You're like, I didn't even think this would happen, but it is,
He's actually been interviewing like podcasters too. So you never know. Don Chaos on No Jumper. Let's make it happen.
That'd be fucking sick as fuck, man. I know mad people would tune into that. And the dope thing is, I do like about that platform, even the fans of No Jumper who aren't familiar with you, they're still going to look into you. Like a lot of those people seem to do their homework and they'll go look at the channel and the artist before just saying, oh, this dude's trash. You know what I'm saying? Because he said this or whatever.
Well, time for me to work my magic. Time to make also No Jumper interview you too, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the room with you when that happens.
And the thing is, the dope thing about this is it's not just word of mouth, but yeah, man, you like it's things like not just me putting words out, like with Roz Dilliams, this cat Don Chaos, he did like my first interview when I was brand new, like to do the shit, like with a YouTube channel or anything like that, and anything anyway, or it's going to be people like you would be surprised, Don, if you just reach out to motherfuckers and say, hey, I'd like to interview you, for my hit them up the right way though, like go to their Instagram, find their manager's contact or their booking info and just be like, I'd love to have you, interview you and get some more people looking at you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's something else. Another trend I'm noticing is a lot of, just like bigger platforms are seeking smaller and more independent people to check out, a lot of bigger artists and stuff are wanting to go the same route. And, it looks good. It's not a bad look like it used to be to go on a smaller podcast or, it doesn't have to be some giant platform. These days, the more, hats you throw your name in, the better off you are. You know what I'm saying? Like the more, you don't want to limit yourself. Do interviews with everybody, not just two people, but everybody from little to big, all around the board, man. So I see big things for you. And I already know there's things I don't know, but I don't know that y'all are going to be doing and dropping, shit. Like in perfect example, what was one of the last ones I saw that I really liked didn't Roxy Riddlebox like do some shit with, Real Insane Poetry? Wasn't that a thing?
Yep, she actually interviewed him.
And that was like kind of on behalf of Carnival Spirits, correct?
Yep, but we have even Roxy's like me. She has those connections in the underground, and we have connections to Insane Poetry here in Colorado. So now whenever he sees us at shows, he's like, hey, Roxy, hey, Don.
See, and that's dope as fuck. See, you said it in just way less words than I did. Perfect example. Like, and not just that, like, even Tails having, extra overdose on there and certain things, even though he's not really signed and he's still on the grind and rise, you can see what he's doing. I mean, he's not going to quit rapping tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to keep getting better and keep trying for this shit. So I can't wait to see you guys keep interviewing these dope ass artists and keep bringing that dope content, man, because it's fucking fresh and it's insightful. There's nothing better than it's, I don't know, like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, I like seeing people like Kung Fu Vampire go on tails and Carnival Spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's important to me, to as a smaller underground guy, to just see that people take their time out of their day, like, to go do stuff. I wish more people did that, is what I'm kind of getting at. You know what I'm saying? But it's, give it time and it'll happen more. But
just like how often is it that Carnival Spirits could even get like D Lyrical from Inner City Posse on here?
Perfect example, D Lyrical. He's a great example because he's way back. Now, this just shows that you guys can go into history and you can go into what's going on currently. People, you can do everything from people who had been out for 30 years and people who are just coming out this year. You guys, I like your platform. Same with Tales from the Lotus podcast. I shout them out. And a lot of artists and people I know, they're like, man, tell him to put me on there. I'm like, send your music to his email. Like, if they like it, they'll play it. If they like you, they'll interview you. Or if, and here's the main thing, you guys pretty much give anybody a shot. You know what I'm saying? Unless they completely take it and fuck it up big time, then, everybody has a chance, bro. Everybody can play this game. And I think it's great. I want to see more artists take advantage of platforms like this. And vice versa. I want to see you guys get just dope ass interviews from people, like artists that people like, and it just helps everybody, man.
You also probably want to see interviews where people interview us.
Yeah, and that's the next thing, and that brings me to what I wanted to bring up too. It's about time where we get a backstory. Like, now it's time for maybe an in-depth Shanzi interview and an in-depth Dawn interview and an in-depth Roxy Riddlebox interview, and everybody gets to, go a little further back into why you're doing this shit. What compels you to keep going at this like this and have a passion for music and the underground in general like you do. Like, people are generally interested in that.
And I never thought I'd be doing stuff in the industry. I kind of gave up on that a long time ago, but now it somehow came its way back into my life, and I'm glad it did.
Yeah, bro. I am too, man. I really am too. When, I mean, shit. Even the way that I found out kind of about you, like, I saw your In the Tunnel interview. I think it was with Yaya. Hate to bring his name up, and I was like, I paid it. That was a great interview. And it really was. But the thing is, it's more about the way you conduct yourself and the way that you're freely open. You let your guests speak and you speak and you got good questions. There's a formula to it. And I remember before I even knew about Carnival Spirits, before I was subbed or anything, that was the first shit I saw was you and him. And I'm like, I'm subbing to this shit. Like, they're fucking, they're putting out, they're talking to motherfuckers for better or worse. And like I said, not all artists are going to be like him and fall the fuck off and quit rapping the next day, and just make a bad name for yourself and disappear. Most people know it's about hard work, and that. That's why you're where you're at, is because it's hard work. You stayed at it. You never quit, man. You could have quit back before you came back out, but you didn't,
Nope, and even I push you to keep going.
Yeah, you were one of those people, and that was always encouraging and always let me know, like, you believe the vision, you believe it, you're supportive genuinely because you like shit, and that means a lot to me, and it means a lot to hear that from not just you but so many other people, because I've been in some fucked up times. We all have. Life isn't the most perfect thing. Life is kind of a weird fucking thing. So, there's going to be some bad times, bad days, things are going to happen. And it's just about how you roll with the punches and play the cards that you're dealt. And just don't give up. Stay in the fight. Because if you stay in the fight, eventually you're going to start winning some rounds. You'll win a round eventually by just odds. It's a thing of just like gambling by the odds. You're going to fucking eventually, just even if you fucking suck. Like, I'm just being honest. There's people I know that I personally like. I'm like, wow, they just kept working, never stopped. I don't see their vision, but look at all these other people that do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of dope. It's fucking dope. Even if I don't like you as a person, or if I don't like your music, I'm never going to knock somebody's hustle. Like, if you're out there working hard for what you love, man, why am I, unless you're hurting people to do that, like,
I am. I won't knock someone's hustle, but if you're going to be on some shady fuckboy type shit in this industry, fuck you.
and to be honest with you, here's the thing, bro. People who generally are going around doing that shit don't last long because they burn all their bridges instead of building them. All I've done the last 2 years, and I'm not perfect. Everybody knows me for the most part and knows a little bit of my backstory and stuff. I'm not a perfect person, and I've never claimed to be, but I've never stopped trying to better myself every day, be a little healthier, be a little bit more on the ball, be a little bit more serious, make good decisions, and just by not quitting, man, just follow your heart, man, follow your fucking heart. Because people, like I said, I've done nothing but open doors because in like the Brainworms project, I've got to work with so many people that I like and admire. Throughout this process, it's opened some doors and I've made some really dope fucking connections in the industry and friendships in the industry. And I want to keep doing that. Like, you'd have to be, I don't know why anybody would go run around kind of just playing people and getting and screwing people over and on some shady fuck shit, because what happens is people talk and they're all going to get on the same page that you fucking suck, and you will get truly blackballed. Like, nobody's going to want to talk to you. Nobody's going to want to endorse you. You know what I'm saying?
Will just come back and bite them.
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's all it is. And I hate to bring certain things up, and I actually really won't for the most part, but like, I do see, like, you got to be careful who you work with. Let's put it like this. Like, who you're doing shows with. Like, everybody I fuck with is on the fucking level. Like, proven. I learned because I fucked with some people who weren't on the level. And I got, like you said, it bit me in the ass. So I had to regroup and say, you know what? Keep a tight circle. We're not going to just deal with anybody. And we're going to keep a little force field around us to a degree, at the same time be 100% accessible. And yeah, man, it's kind of like trial and error. You kind of learn by getting burned. And I've been burned a few times. We all have. I think anybody who does this kind of shit's been burned a few times if you're a good dude.
Yep.
That's just the way the world is. Like, that, unfortunately, but like I said, especially in the underground, like, you can't really go around doing that because you have to go sell millions of records and be like already done accomplished. No, maybe not now. You're not going to sell but you have to, like, so many streams and whatever to be considered, like, before you could get away with, like, because there's some artists who are on who we, like, everybody knows stories from the past, like even R. Kelly and some shit like that, like, and people still work with him and consider him a legend, but he's a little fucked over now at this point. But there was a long time where everybody knew that R. Kelly was a piece of shit. You feel what I'm kind of getting at? Yes, he's talented as fuck. Like, I fucking R. Kelly is one of my favorite singers, man. But, and I try not to believe everything I hear, but to a degree, you get a certain name out there. Like, you better hope that you made millions of dollars already, because I see people in the underground to this day running around doing stuff I sure the hell wouldn't do. But I'm not them and they're not me. So, and they would say the same thing about me. I wouldn't do half the shit Tommy James does, but hey, to each their own. My main thing is just don't hurt anybody. That's the one thing. I can look myself in the mirror and be cool, and I'm still cool with any and everybody. Because my whole life, I've made it a point to not, if I hurt anybody, it's going to be myself, usually. That's how that works in my life. I don't go around, because there's kind of two kinds of people. There's people who will hurt others because they're not happy with themselves, or they'll hurt themselves because they're not happy with themselves, or sometimes a little bit of both. But I've always been more like, I hurt myself financially. I hurt myself mentally and physically with the decisions I make, never anybody else. When you start hurting other people, and there's a long list of ways you can do that, you're a fucking piece of shit. That's all it is. And I just don't like seeing people hurt, my friends hurt, my family, just everybody out there. Like, it's bad enough that we're pretty much modern day slaves. We work our asses off for the tiniest amounts of money, even in the better situations, unless you're a doctor or a lawyer or some shit, you're working your ass off, you know?
Yep.
And that's what life's about. But you put in the hard work, and then you can reap the rewards of that hard work later. But just don't stop. And like, I'll just say it again, man, keep grinding, keep working, don't stop. And you're only going up, man. You're only going to get more interviews and more support. And you know, it's what it boils down to is just, it allows you to do this more and serve more of a purpose. The more people who are paying attention here on this platform, you know what I mean? You want to reach as many people. We all do, you know, whether you're a podcaster or an artist, you want people to listen when you're putting down the flavor.
Yep.
So, but yeah, much love, man. You're doing your damn thing. Brooklyn, I am fucking stoked as fuck when he drops that shit. I can't wait to see it. I'll definitely watch it as soon as I can. Mainly because the gathering's over now, and like, we were all there, so it almost, I don't know if it's this, I would assume it's the same for everyone else to a degree. It almost takes me back, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's good to live in the past, if you'd call it that. I just call it bomb ass memories, and you're reminded of them when you see like good footage. And there's certain footage like of other stuff I've been a part of that I look at the footage, even music videos, certain music videos like that I just had a blast making. I watch them, and it's very evident. It's like, man, those were good times, you know?
Right.
Like, that's something I love about the gathering footage, though, is it really does, if it's good and you get lost in your little moment, it almost takes you like back there for a second, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, yeah, man, I'm happy I didn't bitch out and that I made it happen no matter what happened, because you don't want to regret things. And that's kind of what Fred Fury was all about, was just not getting smacked with the fist of regret, you know, at the end of your life. And anytime I miss a gathering, whether it's from way back to last year, I kick myself in the ass. I hate it usually. I'm like, why didn't you just go? You know, that's usually what it is. You know, and that's why I've only been to like a few of them, because I've missed out a lot of years for, you know, some reasons better than others. I'll say that. But, you know, to each their own. Some people have kids, some don't. Some have better jobs than others. You know, every juggalo is in a different situation.
Hell yeah.
But through the music that bonds us together is really what it's about. And yeah, I had great memories, man, kicking it with you, watching Max and Zay perform, and the little homie Shade, I think he did his thing too. Everybody killed it. Suicide killed it. Suicide, my bad. Dale killed it. They all fucking did it good. That was a good, I feel like that was just I really even enjoyed CPN's song. Like, I think I was right up front jamming to that bitch. Like, because it was interesting. I've never seen CPN rap like that. Like, that was kind of fucking fresh. That everybody did it. Like, he hosted the event and still hopped on there and did his damn thing. Like, everybody fucking was entertaining is what I'm getting at. In their own way, everybody brought it, and it was just dope. That was one of my favorite things, honestly, like definitely a standout. Kicking it with Extra Overdose and smoking out and meeting up with Jason the Sin God and ABK and mad motherfuckers, Liquid Assassin, mad motherfuckers were at the gathering, especially since I just did that fucking project. So, and some people I've worked with more than others. So like Jason the Sin God, he's another artist that I feel like, and I could probably help. I'll tell him about you too, because I got a couple tracks with him. And you know, we got extended work history where he's one of DJ Clay's new artists under the other label. I think it's called AR-15. And
Robbery Entertainment.
Yeah, Armed Robbery Entertainment. There you go. And I think that Jason the Sin God would be a good fit, because I know he was at the gathering. I don't think he performed, but he was at the gathering, and I saw him multiple times. We kept running into each other. At one point, he looked like he was so miserable, like he wanted to leave. It was like that day 3, day 4, it must have been. And I just felt bad. I remember looking at him, and he looked so like worn down. I'm like, that's why I just drank mad fucking water, dude. I drank mad water no matter what I
I would drink water, but then at night that I would still drink water, but then I would drink water and liquor.
Yeah, I did very small amounts of drinking at night, like one or two of the nights, but mainly, if anything, is I drank just at night and during the days, I just drank like Fago, bro. Like, keep you cool. It's really not that fun to drink in the heat anyway, like, because the 2 liter you leave it out in the sun for fucking 2 minutes and it's warm, but,
Like 2 times where I was really like getting drunk and smoking was like the last night with Dale during KRS-One, and then the other night when both me and Frank and Idiot Project Born were partying together.
yeah, bro. Well, I'm from the West Coast, so the only time I ever get to drink Fago is basically at any ICP show or event. So I took advantage this year, and I tried a shitload of flavors. I tried mad fucking flavors, bro. Probably damn near as many as I could. And I'll say cotton candy's the winner, bro, because it's just that liquid candy. Like, I don't know, I like super sickening sweet drinks, and that is super sweet. It's like the perfect amount of super sweet for me. Like, I'm gonna order some to drink over here. It's like that's all I've been that's all I've been thinking about since I've been home is like I've been drinking other shit. I'm like, man, some cotton candy fucking Fago right now, make the whole world go round.
Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for anything that's cotton candy flavored.
Fuck, bro. I kind of am too. I love cotton candy in general, but something about just that how sweet that shit is, and it really does taste like cotton candy. And my like I said earlier, my dad was like born and raised for his first, part of his childhood in Detroit over in Michigan, and I asked him if he's ever tried Fago, and he says he doesn't remember ever trying it. I just figured because he was poor, but he doesn't remember. So, but I explained to him, it's like kind of like how we have Shasta over here on the West Coast. I don't think I've ever seen Shasta over much in certain areas. It's only in certain areas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we get both Shasta and Fago here in Colorado.
Do you guys get both? See, that's kind of fucked, man. The game's fucked up here. And see, and a big fan, I'm just a big fan of like rare drinks anyway, like rare liquor. Sweet, my light just fucking came on. There's just ignore all that, folks. Technical difficulties.
Paranormal.
I'm not even doing that. I swear to God, that's fucking crazy. Anyway, you're like, man, you need an electrician, bro. No, I think that my brother's in there fixing the electricity. We've had some problems, but yeah, bro, I'm a big fan of like rare drinks and like rare sodas. They're it's pretty fun to drink rare shit.
The best thing to drink like with Fago with is candy apple Fago, and have that with like cinnamon flavored whiskey, because then it tastes like a cinnamon flavored candy apple that you get at the Carnival. It's so good.
That sounds hella dope. Something I want to do is I'm a big Grey Goose guy. When I get my drink on, it's Grey Goose all day. It's vodka. It's Grey Goose, and I think cotton candy fucking Fago with just how sweet that is. You could probably just make a stiffy with some fucking smooth ass Grey Goose and some fucking shake it up and serve it with a little something something. Boom, make a fucking Cosmo that way. Like fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and get off for a bit, bro, if that's all right.
Yeah, man, I actually got some food in there in the other room that's been ready, I'm sure, for a minute. I'm ready to eat some cheese.
And my dinner just got here. I just got some Taco Bell.
Oh, man, hell yeah. Can't go wrong with a little T-Bell. Unless you eat it every day, then it'll turn on you.
Yeah, so like I said, that's the only time you'll ever see me drink Mountain Dew Baja Blast, because it's good with Taco Bell.
Baja Blast is that's the only time I'll drink that shit, and I'm sure that's the only reason it's at Taco Bell, because that's probably the only thing it works with. But yeah, shout out Baja Blast. That is some good shit. Enjoy your fucking T-Bell. Thanks for having me on here. Everybody in the chat, much love and respect. Have a good night, y'all.
Later, bro. And I'm gonna go ahead and get off, y'all. Thank you for the 6 people who came and join in, and I will possibly go live possibly tomorrow for every Saturday afternoon. But yeah, big things coming, y'all, for your boy and all my connections. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Much love, y'all, and possibly see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. You guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Carbon Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. Later, y'all. Peace. Like, subscribe, and all that good old happy stuff. Big announcement coming from Carnival Spirits, y'all. Y'all just have to keep all your 3 eyes peeled and all your senses going. Peace, y'all.